This is the Strymon Volante. It's a magnetic echo machine. So we have three different types of delays here. We got the drum, tape, and studio. So drum is like your Benson Ecorec. Tape is sort of old tape delays, and the studio is a more high quality tape delay sound. Looking at the front of the pedal, it's pretty much kind of an expanded version of the El Capistan with two more types of delays and more control over all the parameters pretty much. So here we have level. We're driving a signal into the sort of tape machines, and we'll get some overdrive if we push it hard enough. On the right we have echo level, so this is kind of our master echo. Turn it down, we got clean signal, and then we blend in the echo, and goes all the way up to like 80%. It doesn't do the full wet thing, but then we have low cut here, so we're cutting lows on the repeats, so we can lighten up sort of the repeats on the low end here. We got the mechanics, so when we turn this up, kind of introduces tape splices, crinkles, and all that kind of stuff, and also will include sort of in the higher settings, we'll get kind of warbly and stuff like that. And then we have also wear. This also introduces sort of a degraded type of delay sound. And then we have our selection here, drum, tape, and studio. I was on the tape setting in the intro. We have our delay time here that we can select with this knob here, or we can tap it in. And then on the right here, we got repeats. We have spring reverb built in here, so we can blend in some reverb for extra ambience. And then we have our centerpiece here, which is the 8 switches here. And what they are playback heads. So we have 4 playback heads, and then for each head we also have repeat or feedback heads. So very interesting. So it's kind of like 4 in line, and then we can have each one repeat, or we can have a various combination of each one, or we can actually like hold one where it'll dim to a different LED color and kind of more amber color, and then go back to green. So when we dim that, it brings the volume down about halfway, so we can kind of jump around between the heads in different volumes as well, and as well as spacing here. So we can it goes even, triplets, and then golden and silver ratios. So we're spacing out the heads, and we can mess around with that as well. It's pretty crazy. We got a favorites built in, so we can tap to our favorites at any moment. We don't need an external switch. And then we can also, what's cool is we can only save 1 favorites. We can save up to 8 favorites without even using MIDI. This pedal also has MIDI, which we can get a bunch of different presets that we can recall and save. So by holding this, we go, that's our favorite 1. We can go to favorite 2. We can go hold it again, favorite 3. And we can toggle between what's set up here on the face to favorites. It kind of requires you to bend down and hit it, but nevertheless, it's a cool feature to have. And this is our tap, and we can go into SOS mode, so sound on sound. We can loop, and we also have a speed switch here, which we can cut the delay time in half, go to normal or double time. And this will kind of influence a little bit of the sound. So half time will degrade the sound a tiny bit, and then double speed will kind of give a little bit more hi-fi sound. And like most Strymon delay pedals, when we hold the on switch, it'll actually go into this infinite kind of repeat and create this big swell. We're just going to go through the basics of this pedal. On the back we have stereo in, stereo out, and also we can do line level or guitar level or instrument level. And we got MIDI in, MIDI out, and we have a USB port to connect to a computer. Playing on this tele, going into a King of Tone overdrive, and then into the Strymon Volante, into a Vox AC30. Let's explore this pedal and get all kinds of cool, interesting sounds and delays. So let's check out the spring reverb before we turn on any of the delay heads and hear what that sounds like. Thank